In my view, there is nothing more dangerous than an unethical president who believes they are above the law. And I would just say to people watching here at home and around the world, in the words of my great colleague, we are better than that. Adjourned.
Someone's a drama queen. So, that was a week. 4 days of repetitive testimony stretched like stale taffy and forced on the public by a vindictive, breathless media who wanted you to believe it was bigger than the apocalypse. You want stupid? Here's stupid in prime time.
Mom, she probably can't hear me. Mom, can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. When you talk to me, I hear you.
I'm talking to you. Say hello to Dana Bash.
Hi, Mrs. Cuomo. How are you?
Oh. All right.
So, I can't hear your mother, Chris. Just go over there.
Now that's your gold standard of self-owning. Cuomo is the Beyonce of be-clowning. His ability to highlight his own stupidity while trying to look smarter than everyone else is unmatched on Earth. But God knows his peers try. I mean, it's just one bombshell after another.
We had one bombshell after another,
an explosive opening statement.
Stunning testimony yesterday directly implicating President Trump.
It was one of the stupidest, most depressing days I've ever seen watching television. And I really felt like all of America's IQ dropped about 100 points.
No, that's just you, Joe. Although to drop 100 IQ points, you need to start with 100 IQ points. He is stupid. Yet everything could all be explained right here.
No one on this planet told you that President Trump was tying aid to investigations. Yes or no?
Yes.
So, you really have no testimony today that ties President Trump to a scheme to withhold aid from Ukraine in exchange for these investigations.
Other than my own presumption.
Which is nothing.
That's it! Nothing! Isn't that what you want?
I want nothing. I want nothing.
Could you imagine if the media were forced to report that news? We'd have to swaddle them in Depends because they'd poop themselves silly. For this was another bout of manufactured hysteria, like the dossier, collusion, Kavanaugh, in which every day is a turning point, the last straw, the moment when everything changes. And as usual, they're wrong. Remember, these same hacks also believe the world's ending in 10 years. They've never been right on anything. Right, Adam?
And now, Adam Schiff learns to play chess.
It's your move. Ready or not, here I chess. King me. No, that's not how it works. Simon says king me. No, that's not it either. Uno. Bingo. Yahtzee. Those are all different games. Read them in week. Where did you get these cards from? That's a completely different game. Professor Plum. Candlestick. Study. Dude, I give up. Checkmate. Oh, man.
This all comes down to an either-or situation. Either the media is lying to you or they actually believe this. It's both. First, remember, this week wasn't a hearing. It was an HR meeting about employees dismissed or transferred when the new boss comes to town. The problem is most of the media has never managed a project. They've never been a boss. They've never known what it's like to have to justify the work. And now, to them, impeachment is a strip club without any actual stripping going on. The media gathers around the stage drooling, but never seeing a damn thing. Still, even when the show's over, they just don't want to go home. Just one more dance, they scream. I'll go to the ATM. I promise. I know that too well. Right, Adam?
And now, Adam Schiff takes a Rorschach test. Okay, Adam, I'm going to show you a series of images. You tell me what you see.
Jose Canseco, Game 2, World Series 1989.
Oddly specific. Okay, how about this one?
You're holding it upside down.
All right.
Gene Rayburn, host of the Match Game.
Okay, how about this?
Pass.
You can't pass.
The Eiffel Tower.
All right, finally.
Jose Canseco dressed as a butterfly.
Adam, you are by far the weirdest patient I have ever treated.
Prove it in a court of law.
The media is clueless to how life really works. Unlike you, who might have owned a business, dealt with employees, or had a boss who dealt with you. I'm different. I've been a manager, fired when a new boss comes in, and I've been the new boss who did the firing. And my professional interests often coincide with my personal, because success reflects well on me. When the GG show kicks ass in the ratings every week, the show does great, but so do I. I go home and throw another two-toed sloth into the hot tub. Yeah. But most journalists never hired anyone other than a nanny who they likely hit on until she fled back to Sweden. It's the same when you're president. It's a job in which doing great helps the country and helps the leader, which is why Trump, the new boss, can come in, sniff around, make changes. As a world leader, he can ask for X in exchange for Y, which is diplomacy abroad and at work. But the media doesn't get it, or they do, but pretend they don't. And that's what this week was, 7 days of let's pretend. And it'll keep going for months, justifying the emotional investment of so many people who hate you for winning. Remember, if they lose this impeachment battle, all that pain is for naught. It's like being in a crappy relationship. You stay in it because you already wasted your best years inside it. And when it's over, who will want you now? Right, Adam?
And now, Adam Schiff tries stand-up comedy.
I just flew in from California. It's a long flight. 5 hours to be exact. What's blue and smells like red paint? Blue paint. It smells like paint, doesn't it? Why did the dinosaur cross the road? Anyone? No? There were no roads when dinosaurs roamed the earth. Think about it.
You suck!
That's not true.
Tell a joke!
I'm gaveling you down. I say I have the light. I recognize myself. Good night.
Let's welcome tonight's guest. They call him a giver because he donated his liver. Chief national correspondent, anchor of a new show Saturday and Sunday at noon Eastern. Congrats, Ed Henry.
All right.
He's so tough. He wears leather pants under his leather pants. Retired Green Beret Master Sergeant and host of Hollywood Weapons on the Outdoor Channel, Terry Shepard. She loves to vent when she's discontent. Host of Sincerely Cat on Fox Nation, Cat Tip. He's large, in charge, and naps on a barge. My massive sidekick and host of Nuff Said on Fox Nation, Tyrus. All right, Ed. You're a political journalist, or you claim to be. We're still unsure about that. Have these hearings been more damaging to Trump or the Democrats?
Well, first of all, you owe Wolf Blitzer an apology.
Why?
When he was talking about the explosive opening statement, he was referring to Eric Swalwell.
Oh, well played, well played.
I love it.
Well played. Well played.
Only story I care about this week.
And we're doing it in the B block, so stick
All
around.
right, that's a tease. Look, I think that it started as problematic for the president because when you had Ambassador Sondland go out there and say there's a quid pro quo, there was this, there's a John Dean moment.
Yeah.
And, you know, the Twitter sphere and everything was going crazy. And then he started walking it back. The other witnesses didn't really have the firsthand knowledge that Democrats thought they'd have. And so the bottom line after all this is Nancy Pelosi started this idea saying it had to be bipartisan moving forward. And they haven't moved a single Republican, it appears, in the House, even in the Senate, to remove the president if there's ever a trial. And if you look at the polls, they're starting to shift where independent voters by big margins, 60, 65% are saying this matters more, impeachment, to politicians than it does to me. They care more about the economy and issues that affect them and their communities, in their hearts, not impeachment. And so, yes, there was damaging testimony in some respects, but the big picture, this was a pretty good week for the president.
You know, they said it's like a John Dean moment. It's more like a Jimmy Dean moment. Just a lot of sausage. Terry, speaking of sausage.
I was just going to say, I'm a big fan of sausage, man.
Yeah,
Who
you
is
certainly
it?
are.
If you're not American.
I have a picture of you, by the way.
Yeah, we should probably move on.
Look at this. That's him showing up over the weekend at my thing in flared jeans. I don't know, man. He looks like he walked out of a 1977 disco contest. Anyway, I'm sorry, Terry. Let's stick to...
I feel like you're just getting off topic now, and you're hurting my feelings again in front of everybody else, which has always been a problem in our relationship.
It is.
So, hey, how about those wacky progressives? But what we see this thing is a real symptom of a fight. And I give it a credit to the left. They've never backed down. They don't stop. And I think the people that bother me the most in all of this that we've seen in the last 3 years are the self-styled, never Trumper conservatives. Because here's why. I get it. This is not about kissing Trump's ass. I'm a retired Green Beret. I don't kiss anyone's ass. I can
dream.
Yeah. Well, dear diary, today was great. I see it. Well played. I see it. President Trump. Oh, stop laughing. So I see in President Trump as a combat guy. I see a useful ally or weapon against the left. And here's the thing. These conservative pundits that constantly mock us for supporting what Trump does, that we don't have to support him personally. For years they've written articles, they've published books, they've made the rounds on all the networks, and including this one, telling us, and very intelligently so and competently, what conservatism is about. But when the fight really came, they melted into the woodwork. And the moral of the story is that everybody wants to be a gangster until it's time to do gangster. And, you have to fight the left. There's no other way to do this. Their egos are so big that they actually can't even say, hey, you know what, actually, he's done a couple good things here. They can't do it. And people like us, they've lost us, and Trump is killing it.
All right. What do you think, Kat?
Well, this week I was reading.
Oh, good for you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. A lot of different things, both sides, watching both sides on TV. And it's just so crazy to me because everybody who's giving their view on this is watching the exact same thing. And then each side is saying completely opposite things about it. It's not even close. It's like that dress from a few years ago where some people saw gold, some people saw blue. It's like that thing where some people heard Laurel and some people heard Yanny. Or it's like how when someone says, you look nice today, some people hear that as a compliment. Other people, myself included, hear, you look hideous every other day. And then I cry and have a meltdown. Guys, you look nice today is not a compliment. Do not tell your wife that. Do not tell your girlfriend that. You say, you are, always have been, always will be so beautiful that it is overwhelming to me. I cannot think about anything else except for when I occasionally stop to think about how you're also the smartest.
There you go.
I think, well done.
Good point. It's always important to look at both sides. I will look at Kilmeade and Ducey. Fair and balanced. Tyrus, don't you think?
I've been watching a lot of other stuff. And then I flip back and watch paint peel. This has become a really long Three's Company episode. And Adam Schiff is starting to look like Don Knotts. Like, oh, there's stuff going on. It's just... they heard something in the other room when someone else is on the phone.
That's true.
And it was always like, Chrissy, put it in here. And
that is so true.
They actually were putting a bed together, but
that's true.
Mr. Furley was like, whoa, hey, guess what I heard?
That's great.
That's literally where we're at as a country.
That is so. That is amazing. He is Mr. Furley, always overhearing stuff.
I'm too young
Mr.
for this
Roper
analogy,
did it first.
Yeah, Mr. Roper.
But he didn't do it like Mr. Furley because you got the whole, there's stuff going on, And the Democrat Party's doing that, and America's like, they're built a bed, yo.
Yeah, they're building a bed.
Let it go.
Wait, was that the show with the step-by-step lady in it?
No, it wasn't. You know what? Stop pretending you're not 50.
Every week I get older.
I gotta go.
That's how time works.
But you look nice today, Kat.
We have a big...